Hey everyone, it's Molly. Today is October 1st and I thought we would make an old-fashioned ham using a vintage ham glaze recipe. So this recipe is pretty simple. As you can see, my ham came with a honey and spice ham glaze. I paid $12.61 for it. It was on sale and it's 11.16 pounds. I'm not using this glaze. We're making our own, so I'm just going to toss this in the trash. There it goes. And the glaze consists of orange juice, pineapple juice, sugar, and honey. And I thought we'll do our own and we'll see how it tastes. So here's the recipe I'm using. Okay, so we need the juice of 2 oranges, and I just have navel oranges here. And I'm going to cut them and juice them. And if you rub them on the counter like that, kind of it helps it makes it easier to get the juice out. So let me speed that up for you. Okay, so now I'm adding half a cup of white sugar and half a cup of pineapple juice, and I'm just using the little bottles here. So in it goes, and then we need, you could use half a cup of honey. It said or corn syrup, but I wanted to use honey, so let me get the lid off this thing. Okay, there goes my honey, right in the same bowl. You don't have to heat this up, you just mix it all together. And I'm going to, some of the recipes I looked at online when I was researching how to basically cook a spiral sliced ham said to work this between the layers of each individual slice. So I'm gonna pull Dan in here to help me with this. And then you just basically pour your glaze on it, cover it in foil, and then cook it in the oven at like 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's like 12 to 15 minutes per pound. So I think mine would be about maybe 2¼ hours approximately. Then you just use the thermometer to make sure it's been heated all the way through. So let me stir in this a lot because it needs to dissolve, and it smells really good. Okay, so I have my roasting pan, and I'm going to take my ham out of its packaging. If your ham is bone-in like this one is, there's sometimes a little plastic disc that covers the bone. I'm not really sure what that's for, but just make sure you toss that as well. You don't want that going in the oven. And I think it's on the underside, on the cut side. Let's take a look and see if that's where I found it. Yep, you can see the little white plastic disc there. So in the garbage that goes, and you can see it's spiral sliced, and basically you're just heating these up and making sure they're at the proper temperature all the way through. And let me get Dan in here so he can help me pour the glaze kind of in between the slices. I'm going to do the best I can. And let me speed this up. So we're going to get the glaze on it, then we're going to coat it in foil. And I realize halfway through here that, oh, I don't want to move this around too much because I don't want my slices falling apart. Here's Dan graciously helping me. And this glaze smells really good. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have the ham bone left over and leftover ham because I like making bean soup using the 15 bean mix, and that's one of my favorite soups. So that's why I pulled this out of the freezer, because I really want to make that soup. So let's just get this covered in foil, and then we will get the oven preheating. Okay, so my oven's preheating to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to cover this with foil, and you don't have to cover it in foil. If you don't cover it in foil, I believe it's closer to 15 minutes per pound, but if you do cover it in foil, it's closer to 12 minutes per pound. At least that's what I was reading. So just kind of keep an eye on it. And yeah, so mine should be taking a little over 2 hours, and then I will let you guys know how it turns out.
So I heard somebody made a delicious ham for dinner.
I did. Sorry guys, I forgot to record it going in and out of the oven, but there it is. It's a spiral sliced ham jam.
Yeah.
And it has a glaze that's from this cookbook, the Women's Home Companion Cookbook. This is from 1944. The glaze has orange juice, pineapple juice, sugar, and honey in it.
Oh, perfect. Should we give this a try and see what kind of slop we got?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, he's got a big old chunk of ham. Give us your honest opinion. Oh.
Finger licking good.
Is it good?
Dan approved.
It's sweet, obviously sweet, tangy. just followed some directions online because this ham was fully cooked, so that the cook time I gave earlier was for a pre-cooked ham. You're just basically heating it up in the oven. So Dan, you like it?
It's finger looking good.
There we
Dan
go.
approved.
Yeah, so we had Dan's dad and my mom over for dinner. I made some icebox rolls, which I will have to do a recipe on. I made scalloped potatoes, which are in the fridge. And then we had bagged salad because I'm lazy. And it was good. It was a good dinner. October 1st. I haven't made a video in a while because Dan and I got married and that was a whole endeavor. But now we wed.
It's so weird.
It's not that weird.
It is.
It is a little weird. But yeah, so anyways, Dan, I need to take a picture of you with the ham to use on a thumbnail. Do you want a picture with the cat?
No.
Okay. All right, well, please leave a comment below if you have a recipe in mind you'd like me to make. And we will see.
And watch Dan eat.
Watch Dan eat. That's a constant. That's a given.
Feed me.
Anyways, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye,
Bye, everybody.
Oh shit, I'm recording. Sorry.